Hello and welcome to another INSYS tutorial. Today we show you how to use the command line interface over SSH on our icom OS devices. First, we have to activate it. In the new UI as of version 6.12, go to Administration, Config Access, click on the pencil icon and activate SSH. This is also where you can change the default port if needed. Click on Submit and activate the profile. In the classic UI, go to Administration, CLI, and click on Activate Command Line via SSH. This is also where you can change the default port if needed. Save the settings and activate the profile. You only need the following step if your firewall is active. If not, you may skip to the next section of the video. Go to Network, Firewall in the new UI and activate local access to command line via SSH if it exists. If not, create a new input rule for TCP port 22 or whichever port you configured previously. Go to NetFilter, IP filter in the classic UI and do the same steps. You are ready to connect to your device over SSH. In our case, we will use PuTTY, but you may use any other client. We log in with our username and password. If you're familiar with Linux, you might find out that you can also press the Tab key in our command line interface. Just press Tab and you can see all the available options. As you can see, the order of the commands is built the same way as the classic UI. First status, then interfaces, and so on. Let's say we would like to read out the current firmware version of the device. Press ST and press Tab. Status dot is automatically provided for you. Now press Tab again, only type in the letter D and press Tab again. We are already at status.deviceinfo. Now press Tab again, type only S and again Tab. The firmware version is on the first slot as you can see it in the classic UI. So we type 1, close the brackets, type dot and press Tab again. You can already see firmware version, so press F and Tab. Our CLI command is finished, now we just press the Enter key to use it and we get correctly 6.12 as a reply. Would you like to see more CLI commands? Just download an ASCII profile from your device. Both in the new and in the classic UI under Administration, Profiles with the A symbol. As you can see, these are the same commands we use in CLI. If you scroll for example to interfaces.net1.description equals config, you can see how we set the description of IPNet1. If you were to use the same command with a different text in CLI, that would change the name of net1. Before a change is applied in the icom OS, however, the profile has to be activated. Don't forget to do this over CLI with the command administration.profiles.activate. You can also find in the ASCII profile the commands for deleting and adding entries. A useful feature of our command line interface is the last option. Let's say you would like to add a new firewall rule and then change the source port of it to 60,000. What happens if you don't know how many firewall rules you have already got? This is what the last option was created for. You add the firewall rule with netfilter.ipfilter.rule.add, then change the source port with netfilter.ipfilter.rule.last.rule.sport equals 60,000. Save your change with administration.profiles.activate and we're done. For more tips, check out the online help of the router under Help, Documentation, Online Help, Command Line Interface. Thank you for watching.